Hey guys, how's it going? Just a little bit of update. Just to let you guys know what's going on right now. Coronavirus is still kind of around. It's a thing still. Um, so far, truckers, we're doing pretty good. I see a lot of truckers wearing masks. A lot of truckers using gloves and stuff whenever they go to like fuel up and touch things that other people have been touching regularly. Everybody's washing their hands. Everybody's using social distancing. So it's all right. It's pretty safe. Restaurants are still closed between like 10 and 6. So, dinner, you got to have dinner early or you got to have dinner planned. You got to have it with you if you plan on having a late dinner. Um, so far, freight, weekly, it depends week to week. Sometimes it's a good week, sometimes it's a slow week. But I can say that I haven't made less than 600 in a week. I think one week I made about 650, and that was just because I was in a bad spot. I think I was like in California or something, and it was really slow, so it took me like a day or two to get out. But other than that, I mean, there's still plenty of $1,000 weeks. There's still plenty of $800 weeks. It's just the lowest I've had is about 650 so far. Um, Swift is doing a good job of handing out supplies. They're handing out lots of hand sanitizer. I think I have like 6 bottles of hand sanitizer. Um, they're handing out masks. I think they handed me 2 pairs of masks in LA at the terminal. Gloves, you can just request gloves. Gloves are pretty cheap if you can find them on your own. They're handing out water, cases of water, snacks, energy bars, like stuff like that. If you go to the terminals too, they have like vending areas where they have machines that you just scan and pay your stuff with your card. That company is giving truck drivers like Swift a discount. So usually, if you get a soda and a tea, is what I got the other day. Usually, the price comes up as like 4.30 something, but with the discount, it's like $2.20. So it's like almost half off of everything right now. So if you need drinks, if you need to stock up, there's plenty of resources for you to do that. A lot of restaurants in some places. I mean, it's hard to know when you're traveling, but some restaurants and organizations are providing food for truckers at a discount or even delivering to truckers. So, I mean, that's an option too. If you're gonna get dinner, check and see if you can find some place that's open late. Um, Another thing is, with all these states opening up lately, a lot of regulations are changing. A lot of rules are going in and out depending on where you're at. Right now in New Mexico, the state is opening up partially, but with the added mandate that everybody has to wear a mask in public. So if you don't wear a mask in public, you're basically not going to be served in a lot of truck stops, stores, basically just private and public places. Like I just got out of Love's right now here in Milan, and somebody got kicked out. Somebody got asked to leave because they didn't have a mask and they were trying to get Subway. So just make sure that if you're going to start trucking, you have these materials already with you: mask, gloves, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. That way you don't have to, you're not necessarily waiting on anybody to get it. You already have it. And if you get more from Swift, that's good. You just have extra. That way you don't run into these problems, because a lot of people are going to start to get frustrated here because they don't have masks and gloves. And, depending on where you're at, you might be forced to wear a mask if you want to do business. So just be prepared for those kind of situations. I always have a mask. I have a spare. I have like 3 spare masks. I have the 2 masks that Swift gave me. I have one that I got at a shipper. They were handing out if you didn't have a mask. I have my own personal mask. So, I mean, I got plenty of masks to go around. If I forget, I'll just walk back outside, put it on, and go back in. Let me think. What else is changing? I don't know. I really don't notice too much about fuel or anything like that because I'm a company driver, so I'm not sure if, oil prices are down, so fuel is probably down too. I've seen a lot of truck drivers still mentoring and stuff, so if you're looking for a mentor, I haven't heard about any shortage of mentors or people worried about mentoring. Personally, I was like this close to mentoring, and I decided not to because right when I was about to do that, all this COVID-19 stuff started happening. So, I want to go home to the kids without necessarily, putting them in danger and stuff like that, and I want to see them. So, just for the safety of my family, I'm like, nah, I won't risk it. If it turns out to be, not that deadly or whatever later on. Okay, I lost some money and that's not that bad. I can always do it later. Um, Lots of new trucks going out. I see a lot of 2020 trucks, so they have plenty of trucks for you if you're new right now. I think I'll do a video about orientation. Basically, the short and sweet version is orientation is a 3-day movie fest. Well, actually, I think it was 2 days for me. If you're an experienced driver, orientation is 2 days at Swift. If you're new, I believe it's 3. But it's basically it's much shorter than it was for me the first time. It was just they say like 9 to 4, whatever it is. They say it's going to be like 5 or 6 hours, but really it's 3 or 4 every day. And then you go back to the hotel or whatever, and it's not that bad. I mean, last time it was a bunch of just here's movies, here's questions that make you fall asleep and stuff. But this time around it was nice and short. There was lots of group discussion and stuff. A lot of downtime too. I think out of like the 3 or 4 hours that I was there every day, like at least one of those hours was just us hanging out in the orientation room, just talking about like our previous experiences in trucking, or answering questions for the new guys who've never trucked before, or asking questions about like certain aspects of driving the Swift. So I mean, there's a lot of downtime in it. It's they've shortened it a lot, cut it down. So if you're thinking about orientation, I mean, it's pretty simple these days. Let me think, what else? I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Everything else is pretty safe. Right now it's the summer, so like it's just hot, and I mean, there's really no other danger other than rain and wind. I just don't like driving in the snow and the ice. So right now is a good time of year to get started. It's relatively safe when comparing it to the winter. Other than that, just have all your COVID-19 stuff down. If you're gonna go see your family or whatever while you're trucking, just be safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask, all that stuff. Just protect yourself and protect others, because I mean, at the end of the day, you want to make a paycheck, you want to go home, you want to be able to enjoy that check with your loved ones. So if you guys have any questions about Swift, or what any experiences I might have right now with COVID-19 that I forgot to talk about, shoot me a question, I'll answer. Maybe I'll remember something. Okay, later.